Welcome to Shangwatana State Forest in Minnesota. We are right on the banks of the Kettle River here at one of the most amazing campsites that I've ever discovered. Now, I found this campsite a few months back when I was staying at a survival cabin that's just up the trail from here. And I knew that I had to come back and camp right here on this point. And so here we are. Not sure if you could tell from that last shot, but I don't have the trailer behind my bike anymore, and that's because it totally disintegrated. First the wheels fell off, then the bar holding it to the bike broke off, but I got us close enough where I was able to schlep my gear down here, and we'll just deal with that in the morning. The sun's actually going down as we speak, so the first thing that I want to do is get our wood stove going so we have some warmth in there. Check out this creek here. This thing runs directly into the Kettle River. It's so pretty. Feeling kind of under the gun right now. My goal is to get here well before sunset so we could, enjoy this place during the daylight, but that just wasn't the case today. I'm gonna make a choice to shake it off, accept the fact that it's getting dark, and there's always tomorrow, the sun will come up. Lord willing. I think a lot of the stress that we feel comes from a need to control our circumstances, and we can't do that. But what we can do is control how we react to our circumstances. And I think when you learn to kind of work within the confines of what you got going on, the less stress you're going to have, the less anxiety you're going to have. You just relinquish that control, and that's something that I'm learning every single day. Yeah, come on. Good girl. Good girl. Definitely feels good inside the tent here. This stove is heating the space like amazing. Definitely getting hungry too. So if you haven't figured it out by now, I'm making ground beef burritos my own homemade pico de gallo with some onions and some bell peppers. Wish I had tomatoes, but I do not. Here you go, El. Dear Lord, thank you for this food. Thank you for a warm tent. And help us to be safe tonight. Amen. This looks so good. It's just a perfect blend of flavor. Fresh ingredients. It's fairly healthy, to be honest. So good. These are the moments that I truly love out here. This is what it's all about. Come on, Ellie. Good girl. Our survival cabin that we stayed at is just up here, so we might as well check it out. Not too shabby. It's so funny. I feel more at home inside this thing than I do inside our hot tent. I'm a cabin man. I don't know what it is. Someone has compiled some firewood in here, which is kind of nice. Must have missed this last time. Looks like there's another shelter in 5 miles down the trail this way. What do you think, Al? Kind of crazy being back at the old cabin, huh? Made it back. And it looks like the fire is still going too, which is good news. All right. Good girl. Oh my gosh, you guys, check out Ellie's sleeping bag. So incredibly cute. As you can see, it's got all these little bones on it. She's all zipped up in there. And she's on her insulated dog pad as well. So she's good to go. And then I'm over here. I've got my insulated sleeping pad. It's not gonna be as comfortable as the cot, but it'll do. And then my 0-degree sleeping bag right there. So with that, I think it's about time to crawl into bed and get some sleep. We'll see you guys in the morning. Well, it's about 6 a.m. I woke up a few times just because I always do. Especially when I'm sleeping on the hard ground. But all in all, it was a good night's sleep. Ellie was in her sleeping bag all night long.
warm as can be. I think she's a happy camper. I was warm as well. I think it's time to get up and fire up that stove. It's incredibly muddy in here. Thankfully, our stuff is pretty good. But yeah, not very ideal. So I prepped the coffee last night as I usually do. And I was thinking I was gonna have to use the stove down there, but I think our fire right now is hot enough to boil this coffee. This fire is red hot. Look at that pipe. Well, daylight is finally here, and I think Ellie would appreciate it if we went for a hike. We got a trail right over here on the other side of the tent that goes along the river. I think we'll head down it and see where it goes. Man, look how pretty this is. This pathway goes right alongside the river. Got a beautiful stand of pine trees over there. It's incredible. If we were to follow this trail for another 5-10 miles, we would end up in St. Croix State Park. And I've actually done that before on a different trail through the woods, and it got me into some trouble. I was brutally attacked by horseflies and deer flies. I'll link that video down below. It was insane. It was right here in this state forest. What do you think, Al? Pretty sweet, huh? Looks like we got another creek here. Flows directly into the Kettle River. Now, you do not want to go in that water. No, Ellie, back. Yeah, that would be bad. You know, Ellie's been doing this with me for a couple of years at this point, but hey, Ellie, back. But she's a California dog, born and raised, and so she's still kind of learning stuff about like ice and what water is too cold and stuff like that. I gotta keep on her, because if I didn't, she would be in that water, and that water is right at freezing. You can see all the ice chunks, you know. It's very, very cold. All right, guys, that's gonna do it for the video. Thank you so much for coming along. Let me know what you thought of this. You know, I definitely miss our cabins, but it could be fun to sprinkle in some camping adventures like this every now and then. So if you liked it, let me know and we'll do more of this. I want to thank all of you for watching, but give a special shout out to our patrons who generously donate to our channel. It means the world to us, and we just appreciate it. But we also appreciate every single one of you for watching, for subscribing, and supporting what we're doing here. But with that, it's time to get out of here, and we'll see you next week.